Hey guys, Hindered for Hearthstone Daily Quests here. Is Tempo Rogue still good in this meta post Kobolds and Catacombs? And I've been playing it a little bit on ladder and the answer is yes, it's still a strong deck. Last season I reached Legendary using a Tempo Rogue deck that included Barnes and Lich King, but today I think I'm going to play something a little bit more standard on ladder just to see how it feels. So I went and got this deck from hsreplay.net. It's the most popular Tempo Rogue and it has a pretty good win percentage, something like 58%. It's basically card for card similar to the deck I reached Legendary with last season, except for I was not running Vicious Fledgling or Serenite Chain Gang. Instead I had one Tar Creeper, one Shaku, and one Barnes. So let's see how we do with it.
Maiev versus Rexar. Let the hunt begin.
None can escape my fury.
Okay, so this deck, in my experience, is actually quite bad against the Spell Hunter deck, the minionless Hunter deck that's floating around. I've got something like a 40% win rate against that deck, although it is a pretty small sample size. Patches always goes back, Southsea Deckhand goes back. We're going to hang on to Swashbuckler, and because we are on the coin, we will hang on to SI7 as well. Okay, so it makes sense for that to be Wandering Monster or Explosive Trap. Wandering Monster just destroys this deck. Misdirection. I was not expecting Misdirection. Overall, that seems like a waste of a card for him.
To my side.
I think just backstab SI7's our best play here.
This guy's toast. I go.
Justice is mine.
Okay, Flanking Strike's good. Well, we can Southsea Deckhand, use the Deckhand and the weapon to kill the wolf. We could then coin Cold Blood, make a big Edwin. Or we could just coin out Corpse Widow. But I think the first play is a stronger play for this turn, and then we can follow up with Corpse Widow next turn.
Justice is mine. Swiftly.
Go. The Brotherhood shelter.
We could have Shadow Stepped Patches and had a 12-12 Edwin. Maybe that was better. I think we're just going to see what the trap is. It's nothing we really care about, apparently.
All of you.
GG, friend. GG.
Maiev versus Valera.
Watch your back. None can escape my fury.
Okay, so having Prince is good. We're playing against another rogue. I'm going to assume it's a Kingsbane Rogue, just because they're so popular right now. Could totally be Tempo, though. You still see Tempo on ladder. I'm going to toss back the Deckhand. And normally you toss back Val Spineslayer and Cobalt Scalebane, but we're on the coin. And if we don't coin out Keleseth, we can coin out Slayer followed by Scalebane, which is really powerful. Let's ship him back. Okay, it is Tempo. So if I coin out Keleseth and I don't draw Swashbuckler, Southsea Deckhand, or Firefly, my follow-up play is Weapon. If I don't coin out Keleseth, I do nothing this turn. Next turn I Keleseth, Shadow Step Keleseth. Then I Southsea Captain, then I can coin out Cobalt Scalebane. I think I'm going to hold on to the coin. Might be wrong, but I think it's my best line of play.
Truth is found in death.
Okay, he's got his Keleseth.
Truth is found in death. Truth is found in death.
Okay.
I'm in child now.
Yeah, that was a pretty good draw for him to get his one drop.
First, the pirate's code. I'm in charge now. Aye, aye.
It may have been correct to go face there, but I wanted to protect my South Sea captain.
Ha, this guy's
Okay.
toast.
Well, we can Scalebane into Scalebane, followed by Cairn Bone Mare. I'm glad we kept the coin. Backstab Vile Spine. We are not in great shape if he has a Bone Mare in hand. We are in even worse shape if he has a Bone Mare in hand. And he got an Eviscerate off Swashbuckler. Ugh. 10, we don't quite die to Bone Mare, but we for sure die the next turn. We do die to Leroy. So is our better line of play to Swashbuckler and hope to get something that impacts the board? Or do we just play Cairn and hope he doesn't kill us? Maybe he'll be dumb and trade into our Cairn. Anytime your line of play involves maybe our opponent will be dumb though, you know you're in bad shape. Okay, or he just top decks Leroy. Good game.
Smart moves. I concede.
Maiev versus Tyrande.
You give me strength. None can escape my fury.
Okay, so this is probably Dragon Priest. I would normally send back Shadow Step, but we have Keleseth to go with it. Let's rock it.
Is someone injured?
Well, I guess we're gonna let him draw a card.
Truth is found in death. Truth is found in death.
Well played.
We are very dependent on our draws here, though. Because we're gonna weapon up this turn, then we only have Firefly. Cairn ain't exactly what we want to see, turn 2.
Justice is mine.
Blood will blood.
So given my luck lately, our next 2 draws are going to be Bone Mare, and we might as well just quit. Yep, Shadow Step, also garbage.
Embrace the void.
Soul Priest is good. So the inclusion of Soul Priest means our opponent is almost certainly Razakis. Okay.
I wonder. Justice is mine.
I considered playing Serenite Chain Gang, but next turn is Dragonfire turn. Plus this way my Flame Elemental can actually trade with one of his minions. Okay, so this turn is going to be Cairn, followed by Serenite Chain Gang South Sea Captain, and we can clear his Tar Creeper.
Justice is mine.
I might not play both Serenite Chain Gang and South Sea Captain next turn, actually, just because Dragonfire Potion is a card that exists. That's a pretty good Crystalline Oracle.
The end is coming.
Doomsayer, sure.
Ha, this guy's toast.
That's a pretty good Swashbuckler. I think we're going to hold on to South Sea Captain so that we can still pull patches out of our deck. Even though every turn we don't play a pirate, we risk drawing patches. I'm not going to Bone Mare because I just want to weapon down that Doomsayer, so that pretty much just leaves Serenite Chain Gang.
Justice is mine.
Okay, so there's his real death. So I feel like he's setting up for Dragonfire next turn. Okay. Well, let's hedge our bets. If he has Dragonfire, Lich King should live. If he has Anduin, the rest of my stuff should live.
I wonder.
Yep.
Warriors of the frozen wastes,
And then we killed his SI7 so he couldn't run it into Lich King and then Dragonfire. Next turn, we're pretty likely to have mana to weapon up again.
Mine.
What is a loon's will?
If he's got Dragonfire, he's sure thinking about it for a long time. It's a pretty easy Dragonfire if you got it. So we have 12, 20. Is there any way we can do 3 additional damage? Let's just do it like this. So 12, 20.
trust the pirate's code. I'm in charge now.
Let's play a combo card for our quest. So it turns out double Keliseth's still pretty good.
Maiev versus Valera.
Watch your back.
None can escape my fury.
Okay, against Rogue, we're going to ship back the Scalebane and the Deckhand, hang on to Swashbuckler and Southsea. Oh my gosh. Let's not draw patches here. Yep, seems like Kingsbane. So coin Captain followed by Captain. Could be GG. Oh, it's a Keliseth deck with a hallucination in it. Okay. I was not expecting that.
Trust the pirate's code.
Yep, Tar Creeper's good. Well, we gotta kill it.
Trust the pirate's code.
That's a pretty good hallucination.
You are not welcome. Free me! Free me!
Enter the shadows.
Trust the pirate's code.
Oh, Patches is in hand. Okay. Okay, well I can clear his board going into Bone Mare turn, which is good. And I'll have a board left behind because of Firefly. So do I want a second Firefly? So 2 Fireflies and weapon up, or I can do 2 Fireflies and head crack, or I can do 1 Firefly, weapon up, head crack. I think I'm going to do 1 Firefly, weapon up, head crack. And I'm going to kill you and kill you.
Mine.
Go face.
Quickly.
Trust the pirate's code.
Okay, Lich King is good. Let's top deck a Vilespine. Oh, it's not a Vilespine. Well, we gotta kill it. Do we need the Flame Elemental as a combo enabler? Next turn we'll have 9 mana. Does not seem likely that we will need it.
I wonder.
Firefly Bone Mare? Okay. So we can Leroy down his taunt, but I kind of want to hang on to Leroy because of Shadow Step. That actually may be our best play though, because if we Leroy his taunt, we can then knock him down to 6, we can then Headcrack, and then next turn we can SI7 Headcrack for the win. It's very unlikely he's going to be able to kill us next turn, so let's go ahead and Leroy.
Quickly. Justice.
It was 100% wrong of me to attack him down to 3 instead of killing one of his whelps with my Flame Elemental. Because we have SI7 and Headcrack in hand, there's no difference between my opponent's life being 3 or 4, and leaving that whelp alive could come back to haunt me.
Mine.
Can you do 24? Because if you can, I'm impressed. I guess, okay, Anti-Magic Shell is good. Yep, if you had Leroy, you would have played it. Reconsidering your turn, huh?
I wonder. I'll choose soon.
I mean, either you can win or you can't.
Okay, that's it for today's video. Overall, I think Tempo Rogue is still a strong choice to ladder with, and it's still capable of reaching Legendary, although the list might need to evolve a little bit to remain a tier 1 deck as the metagame starts to settle. I think cards like Vicious Fledgling or Serenite Chain Gang will become Tar Creepers so we can better deal with Aggro Paladin, and Lich King also might prove to be too slow. Spell Hunter's quite good against this deck, and if it becomes more popular, we might need to adapt further. I'm looking forward to continuing to tweak this deck as the meta settles, so look for more videos on it in the future. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, helps me out a ton. If you already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting this channel, it means a ton to me. So this has been Hindered, thanks for watching.